Nobody expected Pope's opinion on the Kentucky-Louisville matchup. Are you following along? Subscribe to the channel to receive more Kentucky news. The rivalry between the Kentucky Wildcats and Louisville Cardinals is one of the most intense chapters in American college basketball, and Mark Pope, in his first season at the helm of the Wildcats, has shown that he understands the weight of this tradition. With a 9-1 record and a vital game ahead, the coach did not spare sincerity when addressing the subject. Pope acknowledges that, despite being new to this particular rivalry, he is not completely in the dark. His comments about relying on the experience of veteran players indicate a pragmatic and realistic approach. Players like Otega Owa and Jackson Robinson, who have already demonstrated resilience, will be key to maintaining balance on the court, especially in a matchup of such magnitude. The coach's words underscore the duality that surrounds a classic. We love it and we hate it and all the things in between. I'm very aware of the beauty of this rivalry. That mix of emotions encapsulates what this matchup means not only to the players and coaches, but to the communities that support them. Pope didn't need to make any fiery speeches to prepare his team. His reliance on the veterans is a sign that he believes in the collective strength of the roster. The Wildcats face significant challenges. With Kerr Kriisa and Lamont Butler out due to injuries, the depth of the roster will be put to the test. In that scenario, rookies like Travis Perry and Trent Noah will have their chance to shine. How will these guys respond? Pope has already demonstrated his faith in these young talents, emphasizing the need to integrate them into the flow of the game. They're super talented players. I thought they made solid contributions tonight. It's tough, you kind of want to get them in the game when there's a real flow to it. Perry and Noah's performance against Colgate provided a glimpse into their adaptability, and it will be interesting to see how they respond to the pressure of a state championship. The need for significant minutes for these less experienced players further emphasizes Pope's role as a talent manager and strategist. Playing at home against Louisville is an undeniable advantage, but the atmosphere at Rupp Arena can both energize and weigh on the less experienced players. Pope will have to balance the use of his freshmen with the leadership of his veterans to ensure the team maintains consistency on the court. Furthermore, the "we love it and we hate it" narrative suggests he understands that this game transcends the sport, representing something bigger to the fans. Whatever the outcome, one thing is clear. Mark Pope is building an identity for these Kentucky Wildcats. His direct approach, combined with his confidence in his players, reflects a coach who understands not only the tactical nuances, but also the emotional and cultural impact of leading such a storied program. And as the Wildcats take the court to take on the Cardinals, the expectation is that this matchup will be yet another milestone in a rivalry that continues to define college basketball. Let's get going, guys. What about football? Derrick Jackson's decision to declare for the 2025 NFL Draft represents more than just the end of an era for the Wildcats defense. It's a milestone in the trajectory of a player whose resilience and talent have left an indelible mark on the Kentucky program. The linebacker, who ends his time in Lexington with impressive numbers and an undeniable presence on the field, opted to make the jump to the pros even with one season of eligibility still available. Did you expect him to be in the NFL? If so, subscribe to the channel now. Jackson ends his college career with a resume that attests to his consistency and impact on college football. Over 46 games, his 216 tackles, including 17 for loss, 5 interceptions, and 9 pass breakups, have positioned him as a cornerstone of Coach Mark Stoops' defense. In 2023, despite an injury-shortened season, he continued to prove himself, recording 38 tackles and 5 tackles for loss in just 8 games. At one point, he was widely regarded as one of the SEC's top 5 defenders, a testament to his dominance on the field. Jackson's decision, however, comes as no surprise to those who have followed his career closely. While a potential medical redshirt could have allowed him to return for one final season, the linebacker chose to forge ahead, testing himself at the highest level of the game. It's a decision that reflects not only confidence in his abilities, but also a mature understanding of his trajectory. Injuries, like the ones that sidelined him for the final month of last season, can be unpredictable and often cruel. For Jackson, the time to make the jump to the NFL is now. For Mark Stoops and his coaching staff, Jackson's departure leaves a significant hole at the heart of the defense. As a coach, Stoops has always placed defense at the forefront of his program, and players like Jackson are exactly the type of leaders he values: athletic, smart, and committed. Replacing that presence will be a challenge both on the field and in the locker room, where Jackson played a crucial role in leading the group. The departure also underscores the need for Kentucky to step up its efforts in recruiting and developing impact linebackers. While the program has shown progress in building a competitive SEC team, maintaining defensive consistency will be essential to continuing its push in the conference. Stoops' job now will be to identify who can fill the void left by Jackson, whether through young talent from within or reinforcements from the transfer portal. Looking ahead, Jackson's success in the NFL will have a significant impact on the program's reputation. Each player who makes it to the league reinforces Kentucky's credibility as a place where athletes can grow and achieve their professional goals. Jackson, with his play-reading ability, his strength in tackling, and his versatility as a defender, has all the tools to excel at the next level. If he can turn his talent into consistent production in the NFL, it will be a point of pride not only for him, but for the program that helped him get there. In Lexington, Wildcats fans will certainly be watching Jackson's next steps closely. He may be leaving, but his legacy, both as one of the most productive defenders of his generation and as a symbol of the Kentucky Wildcats' resilience, will live on as an inspiration for those who wear the blue and white uniform in the future. The program lost a standout, but Derrick Jackson's impact will be felt for years to come. Leave your comments now.